Hello and welcome to the Pharisee Apologetic. Today I want to discuss an important topic. A lot of people of faith don't know that there are multiple Christs mentioned in the Bible. Christ is not only one person. And this is a cause of the schism between Jews and Christian. Not the main schism, not even a secondary schism. It's a very minor one, but still, we have to go through all of these differences to find a way to reconcile between these two paths of faith. And for many Christians, the thought of the word Christ only refers to Jesus, that there is only one, Jesus Christ. And it refers to him only as the Savior, as the Redeemer. But this is because of a mistranslation, of sloppy work, or maybe even, ill intent, doing bad translation. So what am I talking about? First, let's think about the word Christ. The word Christ is a Greek word. It's not in English. How come in the English translation of the Bible, Jesus is called Christ? What's the English word for Christ? That will be Messiah. Messiah comes from the Hebrew word Mashiach. Now, when you read the Bible in Hebrew, every place where Christ is supposed to be written, in Hebrew, obviously, it will be written as Mashiach. And that's fine. That's how it should be. But the translators, they play around with this. They have two ways of translating, or rather three ways of translating Mashiach. One is the English pronunciation of Mashiach, which is Messiah. The second one is the Greek translation, which is Christ. And the third one is the literal meaning of the word Mashiach, which is to anoint. So anointed one, right? Someone that is Mashiach, he's Mashuach, he's anointed. So they call them anointed ones. Now, how is this relevant that there are more than one Christ? Well, Cyrus in Isaiah 45 is called my anointed one. God calls him my Christ. That's all the evidence you need. You just go and ask any theologian yourself. What does Christ mean? It literally means anointed. And in the Hebrew, it's not written anointed, it's written Mashiach, which Mashiach is translated to Messiah and is translated to Christ. But for some reason, in Isaiah 45, they chose to write anointed. Same thing happens in Psalms 105. My anointed ones. But then again, it should be my Christs, plural, or my Messiahs. In Hebrew, it's Meshichai, plural for Messiahs. And that's basically all the evidence you need. The Old Testament is very clear. The Torah is very clear that there are more than one Christ. But because of bad translation, or where does that stem from? I don't know. Nobody can say. Probably because of the desire to glorify the person that one believes that redeems and saves you. So in order to glorify Jesus, they want to use the word Christ only for Jesus and then other words for other people in the Bible. But for the layman, it creates this perception that there is only one Christ. That's not true. There always have been many Christs throughout the generations. Every king that was anointed was also Christ. Every great priest was also Christ. The great priest that persecuted Jesus, he was also Christ because he was anointed. Same thing goes to every prophet. Thus, it's important to understand. It doesn't disturb anything. It should not change your faith in Jesus. but it should give you a better understanding of the Jewish people. And maybe some people will start properly translating their Bibles. There are multiple Christs, and it's very obvious. And the fact that in the English translation a Greek word is used for Christ doesn't make sense. Just use Messiah, right? Or also called Jesus, Anointed One. Why use the word Christ? Because it holds all this heavy weight, all this, something special, something different than the others. There's nothing different. What makes Jesus special is not that he's Christ. That's not what makes him special. There can be other things that make him special, but not that he's Christ. And that's all for today. Thank you for listening, and I apologize for the not looking so professional, but I'm just trying to spread information, and hopefully, slowly as I do more videos, they'll become better. I'll try to add the actual verses with the numbers, and they'll show up on the video. Anyways, thank you for staying, and leave a comment. Bye.